into Man of Steel #6.
Yeah, but now we get answers. And
Yeah.
more questions.
In fact, it's fun that they had Fabic do the John and Lois stuff throughout all the issues, because he's doing this issue. And the vast majority of it is actually the John and Lois stuff. The Rogal Zar fight is, it's happening, and we cut back to it every so often as it's going on, but it's not the primary focus of the issue. And I love he's fighting Rogal Zar. He grabs the vase that he's using to.
Yeah.
The thing that he's got in the core of the Earth, and he flies it out to space and he throws it away, and so they're fighting in space. I love the moment Supergirl intervenes, because Superman's starting to maybe not do so well, and then Kara just shoulder tackles him as hard as she can, and Superman's like, oh god, I love her.
It's very American football, because she's holding the projector, right, and she lowers her shoulder, and it's she's learned some things from Midvale,
So, and then she actually is the one who wins the fight, because she actually booms him out of the Phantom Zone, and Clark's like, well, that's not a foolproof solution, we're going to have to think of something else, and she's like, I agree, and that sets up our book, because she's like, I'm going to go and try and discover who he is, where he came from, and so on.
Oh man, I'm upset, just continuity wise, that Zod's not there, because I would love to see the interaction between super pro Krypton Zod and anti-Krypton Zar, because there's no way they coexist in the Phantom Zone.
Or even would this be the villain that finally has Superman and Zod team up?
Yeah, I believe so, because Superman's almost the midpoint between them,
and
where he's like, yeah, I love Krypton, but I'm not about Krypton.
What's funny to me actually is that Bendis, with this, I mean, he proved it already last issue, but this issue especially, that he is pulling so much from recent history that we thought he was going to ignore. There's so much recent history that's brought up with John specifically.
That's my main problem with this Man of Steel mini, is it is a bridge, but it's a bridge just to Bendis.
Well, no,
I feel this could have been his first arc,
I love how I set up a point, and then you jumped in before I finished the point with that's what I don't like about it, and you went off in a whole direction.
Yeah.
But no, what I was going to say is that he's brought up so much history from stuff that it actually wouldn't surprise me if Zod does end up factoring into this Rogal Zar stuff when Zar eventually comes back and he's relevant again. It would not shock me if Bendis does bring Zod into the picture at that point. I really could see it. But yeah, so that's basically it. And there's a great double page spread of Superman and Supergirl with the Justice League, and I love how the League are all in coats and stuff because they're in the Arctic. But they're doing a vigil for Kandor, and they send off all these little bottled cities, not actual cities, of course, but
representations.
They send them all off into the sky, and it's a really nice page. It's really good stuff. But yeah, we have the John and Jor-El stuff with Clark and Lois, and they're dead set against. And we were questioning last issue, or I was, you weren't here. Why?
But we were probably on the same boat.
Yeah. Why is John so determined to go? Because he was very almost out of character the way he was like, no, I'm putting my foot down, I'm going, guys. And I was curious, okay, what's his motivation? And I have to give it to Bendis. His motivation actually is interesting, because he says the Teen Titans rejecting me, and he specifically points out, okay, if I'm so good, if you have no worries about me growing up, then why do I grow up to kill lots of people? And they're like, wait, what are you talking about? He's like, no, the me from the future that almost killed the Teen Titans, he grows up and he kills a lot of people with his supernova, and they don't really have an answer. But that's an alternate version. You don't have to worry about him. Just you be you, and you do your own thing. But that's why he's worried. And I'm like, you know what? As a motivation, I did not expect him to bring up that Super Sons of Tomorrow as a reason for this.
You could say that with this entire run almost, as I didn't expect Bendis to bring that up, and he does. So, and I love the John and Lois stuff. So I'm happy to know that they will be coming in within a couple issues of action and Superman.
Lois says for sure. John might be a little bit later.
Yeah, but he did say they will be showing up. It's just not going to be right away.
Yeah.
Except for Lois. Lois is back within issue 1 or 2 of action.
So, to anyone who was worried, I was saying from the start that this was a lot of worry over nothing. He's not erasing Lois and John, and sure enough, he is pulling so much of recent continuity as part of the story. I am actually really surprised. I wasn't expecting this, but I wasn't expecting Super Sons of Tomorrow. I wasn't expecting Jor-El post, Mr. Oz to show up. So I'm actually really surprised.
And
Like,
it's a nice device when you have this maniac that's trying to wipe out Superman's family,
yeah,
that they were taken off before it happens. You know, like so that was super nice. I also love Perry. Them talking about when she has to tell Perry she has to quit,
yeah.
and he's never yelled like that at her before.
And he said I was fired, and Clark's like, "Yeah, I was listening. He said you were fired."
Yeah,
But I'm sure he says
you
that
know,
a lot. He's Perry. That's what he does.
exactly. So
So,
love that.
of course, Lois is like, okay, well, okay, if we're going to go, I'm going to. Because he actually, I mean, Jor-El's like, oh, well, you can all come if you want. Like, I mean, hell, Superman here could probably learn a thing or two as well, that little troublesome child of mine. And he's like, no, I'm Superman. I need to protect the Earth, and also I've got a job. But Lois has like, made a book deal, and she's got a second book to write, and she's like, you know what, that's going to be my second book. I could go around the galaxy with her son. And Superman actually gives her his outfit, one of his suits. It kind of implies there's only one as well, because she's like, what are you going to wear? I'm like, I thought I had like, I mean, I guess that, because in the comics
it's the new 52 suit. It's why the Chunks came back.
Yeah.
That's what I took that as. Is he's wearing an older suit.
Ah, okay, there you go. I never even thought of that. That's actually really smart. Joe, it is. Yeah, but he's been wearing that the whole issue. Oh, it's all set in the past after this. You're right.
And it's all set in the past.
That's why I never thought of that. Yeah, because every time I've seen him since Action 1000, he's had the trunks. So it's for me, he's had the trunks for ages now. I've not even been thinking about why.
No, but this is all before that.
Yeah. So he's wearing the old suit and she's wearing the new 52 suit. Oh, that's great. Really cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. I want to see Lois in the suit, which apparently Back to the Future Part 2 style will fit the wearer by pressing the button.
Yeah.
Behind the buckle, so I'm curious to that. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
It was real good. Fabic's art is top notch here. Like I'm glad we waited. It was seeded throughout, which I thought was super smart. Like Bendis, he's always finding a way to tell a new story. Like any of his stories, I've never felt like, oh, this is just the same thing over again.
Yeah,
and I'm happy with Superman. He was like, oh no, we're gonna see where John and Lois went, and then we're gonna give it all in the final issue. So. But my one drawback is, as I was hinting at earlier, is I almost feel like this didn't need to be its own mini with the way that they made it sound like, oh, this is going to change Superman forever. Not really. It just sees what he's going to be doing, what Supergirl's going to be doing. Like, it is a reset for the Superman family books.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really solid. It sets up Supergirl, it sets up Superman in action, and and obviously the other thing we have to talk about, so the ending, the last page, we go back, because obviously we've been setting up this fire thing throughout the book, the series.
Yep.
And Good, the firefighter we've been introduced to, she's like, looking for the clues. And the last page, this kid comes in and says, I saw who started the fires, it was Superman. So that's like our big, cliffhanger. Like, oh wait, what? What does this mean? Who's impersonating Superman? What's happening?
Yeah.
Or is Superman having like weird blackouts because he's, or something? Like, what's happening? This doing this. And so that's another big cliffhanger. But one thing I noticed when I was looking through it again before we started the show today is that at one point with Jor-El, and I remembered this line mostly because I remembered at one point he says, "Oh, what's John going to grow up and do? Put on his baby clothes, right?" And I remembered that was like a little dig at him, wearing the Superman outfit. But the actual full line was, "What's he going to do? Put on his baby clothes and put out fires." That was the exact line. I thought, okay, I don't know if he necessarily knows anything about the fires, but I think thematically it's a nice little like tease. It's like, hey, these fires that we're doing recently are kind of related to Superman.
Yeah.
That's a neat little tease.
You get the you get the feeling that this is the first time Clark has been lonely since he's come to Earth, because he's always had the Kents, and then he had his friends, and then he had Lois and them and John, and now he has nobody. Like, they're gone. Unless
you're counting New 52 Superman, where he was kind of this lonely guy who just had his landlady for his early days.
Well, and even then, I take that with Morrison as that was an out of continuity story that was meant to be like an Earth 1 kind of deal when that was about the Golden Age.
I'll go with it. That's fine. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll accept that.
For the first time, and we've gotten hints of the death of the Kents. How something's not right there.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
But overall, I like this mini. I'm definitely gonna pick it up when it's collected.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think Yeah, it's only the start. It's a prologue to the two books. It's not
Yeah.
the whole story, but I think it's got me excited. I'm someone who likes Bendis' pacing and dialogue, and I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people think he's too decompressed. I actually like that. I like his pacing and how his characters' voices sort of
It, it
think
almost
things
feels
through.
like Superman Rebirth, like John's Rebirth, like with Flash and Green Lantern,
Oh,
where
but yeah,
those
I can see what you mean by that.
informed what was going to happen, and reestablishing that character. This almost feels like it's reestablishing Superman weirdly, even though he never went anywhere.
Yeah, because action is the more Daily Planet focus, so it makes sense that Lois is in that book when she pops up. We have the person try to take over the planet. You know that woman whose name I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yep. I remember. I just remember the redhead fire lady.
Yeah,
Melody Moore.
that's good.
Course.
Yeah, or Moore. Yeah, oh, Good's the one taking over the planet. Yeah, Moore's the
Good is taking over the
firefighter. Yeah, you're right. I was remembering all of them. So she's good, and then firefighter's Moore. So we got the fires, which I think may be more of a Superman plot. So we'll have that in Superman. Yep. We'll have Daily Planet with Good and all that stuff in action. And we've set up Rogol That set up Supergirl's book, which is coming back in August to go look at that stuff. So it's just feeling good. I felt positive.
And John's gonna come back a changed kid from journeying the galaxy.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Like, I wonder if that leads to some sort of new thing.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, the fact that he brought up stuff that Tomasi was handling, I'm wondering if that book that Tomasi's been teasing, if that has anything to do with it.
Well, in addition to the Super Sons mini.
Yeah. Because remember he had said he had plans, and it's not just the mini. I feel so. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a Superboy book. See, I think originally I'd have said I hope he joins the Titans, but given that I'm not feeling super confident about the Teen Titans book that's about to start,
keep him away.
Yeah,
keep him away.
I'm not sure I want that. So
put him with Kathy and Nobody and Crypto, and have them have the Tomasi adventures.
Sure, yeah.
Please.
Call them the Super Squad or whatever. Take your pick.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Exactly.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
No. I'm excited to be reading all the Superman books again. So.
Yeah, no. As am I. I feel really positive, and obviously, again, it's down to taste. People don't like Bendis, that's fine. But I think we're both in a really good place, and then Connor's just not reading it, and that's fine. That's whatever. He can be grumpy over in his corner. That's fine. What would you rate Man of Steel number 6?
This is an 8.5. I really love the art, but overall, this was the capper on the mini that I kind of felt like, okay, well, it didn't really necessarily need this. It could have been a first arc or whatever.
Yeah, but which book?
I don't know. That's the main problem.
That's why that's why I thought it's a separate mini before the book starts, because it doesn't fit into one or the other.
With the way that DC sold it, again, it's DC's marketing.
Sure.
Changing Superman forever, and
I never believed that though, because they always every single relaunch. Oh, this will change this character forever. It's always bullshit.
Yeah, but
it's always bullshit.
When you bring the title Man of Steel into it, it really feels like they're leaning into that more, because that title has trade amongst Superman mythology. So, but no, an 8.5. It's pretty solid.
Sure. All right. So I think I'll go with it 8.5 as well.
Okay.
I think I'll agree with that. I give the last couple a 9. I think this one, I loved it as well, but because it kept going back to the John stuff, it wasn't necessarily as well rounded. And obviously, I think Fabic's really good, but he's coming after Adam Hughes, and I don't know if you loved the art last week as well. But
I did.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I did.
So here we are.